Let's start out with today's daily challenge. For today, we are playing with good old Penumbra and Stygian Guard, traditional starter cards as our secondary clan. We have #Blessed, gain a random artifact after every battle. Big Chungus, all friendly units get +1 capacity usage. And Brawl, friendly and enemy units get +5 attack and +10 health. Your Pyre gets +10 attack. Hi Katira, welcome. Okay, so Big Chungus is always tough with Umbra because the morsels being 2 capacity is a problem. Brawl usually benefits from stacking multiple units on one floor, but in this case that's very unlikely unless we find some descent, like a cave-in. But we'll have to see. Looking at the scores, today seems to be a really powerful one. We have Comrade here at the top with almost 58k, and then there are a lot of 52k scores, and then most scores after that are around 49k. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a powerful one. #Blessed does do that sometimes. Let's jump in and see what we have. So, our starter cards are Making of a Morsel, Helical Crystallis and Crucible Extension, a bunch of 2 costs here. Not bad at all. We are fighting Armor Talos, Scorchfell and Impatient Seraph. Okay. Let's look at our options for the first artifact. Oh, Fossilized Fang is available. But I really can't see us doing a Gorge build. Not with Big Chungus. Let's go for Icicle Fracture then. And we are gonna go with Monstrous Penumbra. Can't get bigger than 6 size after all. We start out with Mark of Invasion. That's a little bit of a problem because these guys are strong. Penumbra on the top, then Helical Crystallis. Maybe a Train Steward on the bottom. That could work. How do we deal with the second wave though? Penumbra won't survive that. Doesn't look like we have any way to actually deal with them. Maybe I should just take all the damage here and set up on the bottom floor. If I let these guys go to the top, we're taking 24 damage to them. So our score modifier for damage taken is already maxed out almost. Like that would be minus 48%. So at that point, if we can't deal with the top floor, we are best off setting up the bottom and trying to win the bottom floor, get the bottom floor kills. Other than that, I could try to set up on the top, but I don't see how I get past this second wave. We take 10, so we're down to 25, and these guys are gonna deal 32. And best case scenario, I can kill one of them with the double Frozen Lance, and then the others will deal 24 to my Penumbra, leaving him at 1 HP. And I think from that point on, there's no real way to win. So what we instead do is we take a bunch of pyre damage here. just to optimize our score by killing on the bottom floor. I can't play double Train Steward sadly, so it's gotta be Train Steward Frozen Lands to get the collector. Let's get another Train Steward out of our hand. Okay, how much damage can Penumbra deal? I didn't pay attention to which boss it was, but with the brawl he's gonna deal at least 9 damage. So we got 3 turns of combat. That's most likely not enough to get the kill. There's a chance we draw into Crucible extension next turn if we play it this turn, which would allow us to play some morsel here. Is that my best shot? I think that's my best shot. If that doesn't work out... Oh, Helical Crystallis. That saves the day. Well, if you are gonna take a lot of damage, you might as well take it all in one fight. Because the score modifier caps out at minus 50% at 25 damage taken. So yeah, the score is still decent considering this trial. Firewall is gonna be good for preventing some damage in the future. These cards look pretty weak. I could see Ember Cache being useful. We have a pretty expensive deck. I don't like the morsel cards, and especially Umbra Assault with Brawl is just a bad time. Let's go with Ember Cache. Do I want some damage spells here? I feel like a lot of what we do has to be done with damage spells. So... Yeah, Covenant 25 we couldn't have gone with that strategy. Would have needed to actually prevent the units from hitting us. Then again, a Covenant 25 with Brawl, I probably wouldn't take a first battle Mark of Invasion, to be honest. Honestly, I kind of like Titan's Gratitude the most here. We get it 1 damage upgrade and it's just gonna kill frontliners by itself for 1 Ember. And the discard isn't really a big problem. Might even be used for our advantage later on. And I really can't see an Umbra unit being very useful for us. So I'm definitely gonna go to the right here. Was just checking the death numbers here to see if there was anything gross awaiting us later on. Like, sometimes you can tell if a fight's really unfair, like if you have like Duality Strike card and are facing the Crystal Cloak. And then you would see that with the death numbers. Permafrost, Magic Power and Consume. Titan Sentry could be pretty useful here actually. I assume Crystal Cloak is not in the in the community challenge, because these exact modifiers are active there, so Cold Celia, Titan Sentry. Well, it's definitely not Cold Celia. If anything, I'm gonna take Titan Sentry here. Thin out the backliners. It's not gonna do that though. Because plus 10 health means plus 10 health means that even if 4 units are hitting the Titan Center, we're only dealing 12 frostbite damage, which is not enough to kill some enemies, and if there are less than 4, we're not killing anyone on that same floor. I need to figure out where I'm gonna go with this. Something that can kill backliners would be appreciated because we have a good set of cards to deal with frontliners with the Helical Crystallis and the Titan's Gratitude. But to be honest, Penumbra can already do that pretty well. So I'm looking more for something to keep Penumbra alive, and neither of these units is really gonna do that very well. I'm gonna skip. Yeah, if we had Cuddlebeard, that would be an entirely different thing. I'm gonna give this Frozen Lands Consume here, and I am gonna put a cost reduction on Helical. And then reroll for another upgrade. Titan's Gratitude really wants a damage upgrade. I could consume remove the Ember Cache. I could play into a combo. If we get something... If we get something like Endless Offering Monument with doubling cans, then having a consume removed Ember Cache could lead into some kind of combo. But I think I'm not gonna go that path. I'm gonna cost reduce the Titan's Gratitude, so we can always pretty easily play it. And let's move on. Non-boss enemy units get another +4 attack. Okay. If we play Penumbra on the bottom floor, I think we have a hard time keeping him alive. I have a decent chance of drawing some kind of nuke spell next turn, so I'm gonna try setting him up on the second floor. Just looking for an attack morsel to put on it. Actually, any morsel is an attack morsel now, right? Like, let's have these morsels fight for us. Nothing wrong with that, right? No nuke spell. That's gonna be painful then. I hope we can at least kill the Forge Disciple pretty easily. I feel like Crucible Extension might be crucial here. We might need to get a lifesteal or something on this floor. And then Frozen... No, actually we need to kill the Collector. We can kill this Conduit guy on the top floor. There we go. That saves Penumbra. Glad to get the freeze on the Helical. Helical the frontliner, then Titan's Gratitude the High Priest. Let's play the Ember Cache. Yeah, if we can kill the backliner, we're not gonna get the kill here. Even if we can kill the backliner. No, we could get the kill with the Frozen Lands and then Penumbra hitting once, but Penumbra is not gonna hit at all. What if we set up a Making of a Morsel here, 23 health? No, I think we want to keep as many frozen cards in hand as possible to increase the chance we draw into a Helical or Titan's Gratitude next turn. So I'm not gonna play any frozen cards, I'm just gonna use one of these. Oh, I feel betrayed. 6 out of the 7 cards left in our deck would have won us the fight right here. Excavated Emboss drawing... Well, Excavated Emboss could always draw into the Train Steward, but like we have 3 redraws and 3 wins in our deck, and we instead draw this. Actually, Shark might have changed the outcome because of the Frostbite on the backliner, ticking multiple times. But that draw was really unlucky. Not happy with it, but it seems like we have to set up an Umbra on the top floor. Alright, these guys deal too much damage for the Train Stewards to survive. Should have played them behind the morsel then. I'm fine with taking 10 damage there. That doesn't change the math on the boss fight, because we're only gonna hit once, no matter what there. Yeah, Brawl is tough. Chain of Gems is really good. It's extremely good. Space Prism. Between Space Prism and Crucible Extension we can get enough room for placing a single morsel on Penumbra's floor. That might be worth it, but it also feels like it's too much work to put into a very small upside. We do have the making of a morsel, so we can give him +5/+5s pretty consistently, but we can also use those morsels to block with the Chain of Gems. I think that's worth it then. I like having a crit builder available. Shadow Eater is so bad. These Incant units are looking a lot more interesting though. I'm gonna pick up a Siren of the Sea. That should be okay. It might be okay. Is there anything I want to dupe in this deck yet? The Titan's Gratitude is actually a really good dupe. I prefer that to unit upgrades at the moment. Let's take a look at the Concealed Caverns first. Okay. I really want to get Frozen Nostalgia. Oh. And go for a spell build. Is that stupid? This seems like an absolutely crazy thing to do with Monstrous Penumbra, but yeah, Nostalgia locks us out of playing Penumbra on the first cycle, very, very likely. If I get a chance to play Penumbra, then I will, but if not, I'm okay with that. Riff Rose Penumbra. How lucky. Okay, we can't really play it yet because it's too much damage on the bottom floor. Alright. Also means these morsels are gonna be difficult to play. I hope I didn't hurt my chances too much here. Might have backfired a little bit. I was thinking I had more damage spells than I've actually got in this deck, so don't actually have that many damage spells is the problem. That's 230 damage already. There we go. That was basically my plan the whole time. When a card with Consume is played, we're not up against Consume Seraph. We do have Embercash though. Yeah, Embercash is good. Makes this card very good. Gifts for a guard. With the Traitor's Quill? Yes, please. Now the obvious thing here might be to pick Capacity. So we can once again play Penumbra. But honestly, I'm not too worried about that. Capacity 6 Morsel Master. I'm gonna go draw. We don't need Penumbra, right? Penumbra is just optional. We do need spell upgrades though, and removals. Not so much an Umbra unit. I wish I had a spell weakness card I could double stack here. That would be extremely good. I'm gonna Search Stone this Helical Crystallis. And then Consume, remove it later. Hold over Gifts for a guard. We need to get our spell damage online. The most aggressive run you've ever seen. What's an important Consume removal? Maybe... cost reduction, I mean. Important cost reduction. Might be Crypt Builder. Let's go with the Helical. Having that be 0 cost is good. We need to get some of the weaker spells out of the deck. Currently I'm mostly looking at making of a morsel. That card is pretty much trash right now. We will never get to 6 capacity, so we might as well take Architect here. which we can at least play in later stages if we freeze it. Multi-strike doesn't matter, I think. That's overkill. I kinda wanna save that for later. But this is a lot of incoming damage. Definitely playing Embarkage. Probably should play Gifts for a God as well. That's good. Gives us the capacity to play Penumbra later on. Wait, why did I play that here? Yeah, that wasn't very small, but it shouldn't matter too much. We might have to use Helical this turn. We can't if we play that. No, Gifts for a God should be alright. Wait, Frozen Lands kills the frontliner. That should be worth it. Okay. That works, I guess. Just gonna play these. At least two of them. Two of them, and then... Cripilla. Generate some morsels. I can play them both though. How do we do this? I think we start with Titan's Gratitude. That was not the one I wanted to discard, but that's actually okay. 21 plus a consume is enough to kill the frontliner, but then how do I deal with the backliner? I don't want to take 14 if I don't have to. I think this is just Helical. I'm also gonna consume the Shade Splitter. Play a Crucible Extension and a Magma Morsel here. And then hope I freeze the Cripilla. I didn't. Let's gift for a guard again. This one isn't consuming yet. Yeah, that's a pretty good gift. Just buffing these cards up. Feel like we should try to... Yeah, I actually want to play this. I do want to play the Crucible Extension on this floor so I can get another Steward out of the deck. We need as much magic damage as we can get next turn. And it's gonna be a lot. Start out with this. Follow that up with the Cripilla. And then Titan's Gratitude. Pilestone Housing for our Siren. That could be something. And Tethys Scales is exactly what I want. I was thinking about doing something with Ember Drain before I got Frozen Nostalgia, but I think that's no longer part of our game plan. Or Urchin Spines. That's gonna be huge for flying boss kills. Imagine tripling the damage on that crit builder we had. Create a spell with holdover. None of these spells are really that great, except maybe the crit builder if we find a source, a reliable source of this card. Not too happy with it. I think I'm just gonna buy another damage up and skip the holdover. I'm looking for consume removal, but that isn't bad either. Do we need it to cost 0? Not really. I wanna buy this. Oh, actually we can buy both. Having it cost 0 makes it a better dupe. And it's gonna be a priority dupe for us. I feel pretty happy with the spells right now. The Shade Splitters can do some work with the Chain of Gems, blocking quite a bit of damage against our Siren. Whoa. This is brutal. Spell Shield is actually rough. But if that isn't a good start, then I don't know what is. Add some lifesteal. Should help. Should actually have played something else first. How do we do this? I think it's Frozen Lands, player trains the wall, and then Titan's Gratitude. Hoping to discard the Crypt Builder, that would have been a much better, but that works, I guess. I feel like we should solve. Actually, this isn't even enough, huh? We can place a morsel on the top either. Helical Crystallis is not a bad way of breaching the spell shield. These spells are actually pretty good to get with Gifts for a God. They already consume. Oh, did I? Yeah. Did I miss the collector this time? I did. I didn't think about that. Gotta increase the size on that floor. And cash gets played here as well. Let's generate a morsel. Alright. We don't need the morsel on the bottom floor yet, so probably using this. I feel like I should start with the helical. Then play the excavated, another one. Yeah. It's a pretty good gift for a god. That consumes, that gets the kill. Nice heal on the Siren is nice. Okay, and we get to freeze one of those spells. We need the Collector to pay for Siren upgrade next floor. We kinda do, don't we? We need a Collector anyways. I mean, it should be pretty easily possible to get it, so... Actually, maybe we should be freezing the Siren, or trying to freeze the Siren. Or have the Siren on the top floor. Okay, so how do we deal with this guy? It's gonna be Frozen Lands followed by Titan's Gratitude, which doesn't quite kill him. I should have played the Train Steer first and gotten the damage shield from it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oops. Now I'm playing sloppy. But yeah, I think having the Siren on the top floor will feel much more smooth here. Okay, so if we play the Train Steward with damage shield here, we can use the Frozen Lance here to gain the kill on that guy. Oh, now we got the different Shade Splitter. That's fine. Not so much. But I think we can deal with it. That means we are free to play the Titan's Gratitude on the bottom floor. Get the spell shield off of that guy. Whatever that's gonna be worth, because we are most likely gonna be killing that guy with Consumes. Do we start out with gifts for a god? Yes, we do. Oh, should have played it on the top floor. Definitely want one of these on each of those floors. That morsel blocks 5, that's fine. Remove the spell shield. A Siren is gonna be a bit smaller that way, but I think that's okay. Only drawing 2 here is okay. Although... yeah, that kills. I don't need to kill this guy on this floor. It's actually, there's actually a pretty good reason not to. Let's actually use these on the top floor for the incants. Keep an Umbra as healthy as possible. Extra damage shield is very nice. No, I want to keep those for the boss if possible. I'm hoping for a Ember morsel actually. Didn't get one. What do we draw here? That's okay. It's actually very good. Cause we can use that to kill this guy. Place these morsels down. Then I wanna freeze a Titan's Grand. No, I wanna freeze the Helical if possible. Okay, no, I shouldn't have. Actually, we are fine. We are totally fine here. We remove the damage shields with this, and we apply spell weakness, and then we nuke this guy. Yeah, that works. Check strips. That's pretty much useless. We can't go Furnace Tap. Cave-In is less important with this deck because we're flexible on which floor we play our spells in. I really like Engine Upgrade. I love Engine Upgrade here. Ha ha ha, Ice Storm. Now that's a quality damage spell with Frozen Nostalgia. Now the question is, do we go to the right and upgrade the Siren? Or do we go to the left and try to look for a good relic? No, I think the right is much more potent here. Forgotten Name versus Kinstone Totem. We do have these Titan's Gratitudes. A Forgotten Name is also pretty potent. Honestly, not as much as having more Ember. Quick on the Siren can be good. They can actually be pretty good. And we do have 3 slots on her. Yes. That's a good Siren. I like that. Well, there's only one real choice here for this deck. And it's a really good one. Oh, it's a good one. Okay, we need to get through the statues. Ah, right, it's not the damage shield ones. That should be pretty doable then. Siren on the bottom floor. Yeah, she will take out all these. Just need to remove the statue. I am gonna snipe these statues as soon as possible. I want this morsel to get beaten up. Yeah, probably. Engine upgrade here. Feel like I shouldn't play the train stewards. And that morsel is also kind of pointless. No! Okay. I guess we'll drop Penumbra then. Who needs capacity anyways? Urgent Spines is fine, but I want to play Ice Storm first, so I don't accidentally remove the spell weakness this turn. On Fel. Actually, Frozen Lands first to kill the frontliner. How hard can we hit Fel here? It's 80, that's 80 as well. I feel like we should aim for the kill next turn with Gifts for a Guard. Or not. There we go. Boon of the Blacksmith? Unnecessary, let's get some gold. Ice Empire, Harness the Titan. Honestly, at this point, Harness the Titan seems reasonable. We have Kinstone Totem, we have Engine Upgrade. Let's go withdraw. Spell upgrades are still so juicy, especially now that we have the Ice Storm and the Harness the Titan. The dupe, on the other hand. On the Urgent Spines, that's huge. We could dupe here. I think 2 Urgent Spines is gonna be enough to kill the Seraph. Let's just make Ice Storm Giant. We don't have that much gold. I don't want to buy this holdover. I'm gonna buy the cost reduction and Harness the Titan. And reroll. Consume, remove the Ice Storm. It's mostly gonna be for Gifts for a Guard usage. Honestly, it should just be a Heartstone on the Siren of the Sea. It's probably the best upgrade. If I could remove Penumbra at this point, I probably would. At least if we get to play Penumbra on the first turn, we can put the Siren on the same floor as well. Armor should be no problem whatsoever. This is a bit tough with Ember. Play the Siren. And I think we just go Gifts for a Guard. And hope we hit some good stuff. Now I wish I had played Gifts for a Guard first. Ah! That's the one card I didn't want to freeze. I think it's Ice Storm on the bottom floor. Titan's Gratitude on the top. We have the Pyre Wall, we'll be fine. Rail Spike is not gonna be enough to kill the Purifier. That should have been in the front, obviously. No, we are quick, it doesn't matter. I could Urchin Spine's Rail Spikes to kill the Purifier. Honestly, I think that's worth. It does seem wasteful, but these cards are not that important in this fight. Ooh, these are some nice hits. This is good. Let's play Ice Storm so we... No, we can't get it with Gifts or a Guard this turn. Don't want to consume these. Harness the Titan, then Ice Storm, and now we can hit it with Gifts for a Guard. Final Harness the Titan. Now we consume the weaker one. Keep these battle spells around. Just upgrade that Ice Storm. And then it's Ice Storm. Helical. Gifts. Ice Storm. Yeah, we deal a lot of damage. We don't need that. We don't need those. I mean, another Ice Storm doesn't hurt. Siren is the champ now, yeah. Is there anything we can use in here? Not really. And I don't think there's too many relics that would help us at this point. Just want the damage on that Ice Storm to be higher. Honestly, the turn we play Engine Upgrade is a bit annoying. Because it doesn't... Well, it does deal damage, but... not a whole lot. I think the time of Shade Splitter is past. And we keep the 550 for score. This Seraph should actually be really easy. The easiest one we could face here, I think. Because the early waves are so weak in this fight. We don't really care about the incant triggers because we don't really care about him attacking us. So we just want to deal as much damage as possible. What's the easiest way to get rid of these guys? I think it's the 30 damage, yeah. From the consume cards. With gifts. I want to keep the rail spike for later. That's a good chunk of damage. I'm gonna take it. And then I was about to say then I'm gonna finish him off, but... Oh, there we go. That was faster than I expected. I didn't think a kill was possible that turn. But yeah, thanks to Traitor's Quill, we managed to get it. 53k, that puts us at number 2, just below Comrade. Yeah, I really like the Frozen Nostalgia pick and where the deck went after that. This artifact is busted. And it's really powerful. With Stygian. Not with every clan, but with Stygian it's really, really powerful. And if you're playing Stygian, you better give me a very good reason to skip this thing, otherwise I'll take it. And no, having a 5 capacity champion is not a good enough reason for that. Yeah, and then the holdover Gifts for a Guard engine. Pretty nice run. Enjoyed it a lot. So what combo did Comrade come up with? How does that win? Oh, Traitor's Quill. I was like, yeah, there's an infinite, but how does it win? Well, that's a guaranteed turn 1 lethal if I've ever seen one. How did he get so much gold though? Assuming there was a... I'm assuming there was a Gift of Gratitude event that I missed. Because that would explain the gold. That's a good deck. There was, okay. Yeah, that explains a lot. Look at this guy taking the Rail Forger's Hammer. I mean, for Comrade's deck it makes sense because he was relying on the Trample Penumbra before he got the combo together. I bet not many people took Frozen Nostalgia. This guy went more Ember Drainy. And... wait. He didn't have... He skipped the Traitor's Quill? Like... entirely? What was he doing? Oh, he's just incanting. He plays the Gifts for a Guard on the Siren probably. And then Ember Caches a bunch of time, draws those Embers and Ember Caches even more. Just crazy amounts of incants in a single turn. Actually managed to get a 10-turn boss rush with that deck. Wow. How? These Ember Caches are a bit too slow for that, aren't they? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. He's drawing 6 of them in the opening hand. None of them will generate a morsel, so Mask of Penumbra is not doing anything. He already has Catches of Salvation, so the Siren and the Titan Sentry are already on the board. He draws Penumbra and 5 other cards. That guarantees him starting with an Ember Cache. And either an Awoken's Railspark or Gifts for a Guard. Okay. Yeah. Then he plays an Ember Cache and either Gifts for a Guard and Awoken's Railspike to draw the other stuff. If he has 4 Embers on the first turn. So Awoken's Railspike for 4. Will actually draw him into the first Ember. Or the Ember Cache again. But it will also draw the Gifts for a Guard and the other Railspike, so he can Gifts for a Guard for the remaining Embers. And then, or even for the Ember Caches. And then just play the Ember Caches again. Play the Railspike, draw back into Gifts for a Guard, and then basically loop for a long time or even infinitely. No, he can loop infinitely. He can. With Gifts for a Guard, he can loop infinitely. Okay, so this was an infinite combo as well. And it was actually a guaranteed turn 1, if I've seen that correctly. I don't think you can whiff on that, because he had sketches. This guy did the same thing, just a bit less reliable. He got lucky to get it on the first turn, because this guy could have failed, I think. Although he had 2 compounds, so maybe he couldn't. Now this looks a bit different. Xylophine and Cold Celia. Gorge Penumbra? Really? Pack Mortars, Base Prisms. Also a very early Seraph kill. And I think the scores go down from here. No, there's one more guy. Yeah. Oh, another Nostalgia user. He also went with Trample Penumbra, saw the Nostalgia, and then very similar Siren of the Sea. Double Gifts for a Guard. Pretty similar to my build, but he lost quite a few points on Talos and this Barb Disciple fight. Oh, actually, we also had a 1-turn boss rush on that, I think. But on Talos, he lost quite a few points on that. And he was slower on Fell as well. Yeah, whew. That was a fun daily. I liked it a lot.